Peace to the planet Earth, man. It's a wonderful Thursday. I'm feeling good. I'm tired, but as they say, when the motivation goes away, let the discipline kicks in. If you're on the grind and you know exactly what I'm saying, shout out to the hustlers, entrepreneurs, advocates, everybody, 9 to 5, everybody that's getting in. Friday is tomorrow. But even for people like me and people like y'all, that really don't mean rest, man. So salute to y'all that's on the grind, building anything up. The100tv.org website officially launches May 1st. I'm excited about this. A lot of people were like, at first, D100TV, it's a podcast. It's always been a channel. It's been evolution. It's been evolving the whole time. Started on TikTok. Salute to everybody over there. Followed over here to Facebook, YouTube. We're streaming on Twitter now. And now we got our own website. Multiple shows, blog, different content. We got merch on the way. We got 100 TV merch on, and it's fire. I did not design it because I don't have the eye for that. But yeah, shout out to Ty Patterson getting the website up. Shout out to Ignite Justice. I'm hopping on at 7:30 after that. After this, I'm excited about that as I'm gathering my thoughts. Again, got to shout out May 7th, Browns Park, Yorktown, VA. We guys hosting the Youth Our Future event, food, gift certificates, TikTok dance battle stuff. We got my man Flake out there teaching the kids how to knock people out. Well, not knock people out, but self-defense stuff. Shout out to my sis Monique from Mo Life. You can check us out. Oh, we coming back to back too. I think we on there like the 20th and the 25th. Forgive me if I'm wrong, sis. And we grinding. Aside from that, today I'm excited as I always am, but I'm always excited when I get to bring up somebody that was in the trenches with me, somebody that was behind the wall, somebody that not only was just behind the wall and in the trenches with me, but came home and is hit the ground running, setting an example, really doing the things that need to be done and oftentimes aren't. A lot of times we, us as people in society, we see what's going on in the world. It's a lot of selfishness. It's a lot of people that want to take rather than give. And it's easy to have that perspective when you could have felt like the world is taking a lot from you. A lot of guys come home from prison, they do 10 years, they do 15, they do 2 years, and they feel like they're angry, they're bitter, whatever, they're mad because they lost this time. They don't want to they just want to do all for them. But this brother, he did some time, he came home, and he's giving back to the block, man. Without further ado, man, let me go ahead and bring him up so he can introduce himself. My brother, Mr. Darrell Redmond. What's up, good brother?
What's happening with it, homie? How you doing? Blessed, man.
I'm doing good, man. I had to do my 5-minute spiel, my introduction, all that good stuff. It's so much I forget. There's a lot going on. I know you can attest to that. I see you all over the internet. I see you everywhere. You're everywhere. I asked you the one time we spoke months ago, and you ain't even got to. I said, man, if this brother don't run for politics or do something, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But introduce yourself, man. Let the people know who he is on my platform in case they don't know, man.
Well, my name is Darrell Redmond, aka Mr. Get Back to the Block. Indeed. And the reason why I'm Mr. Get Back to the Block is, as you said in the beginning, a lot of times people get in things and they feel like the world owe them, but I feel like I owe the world. So I'm out here now doing what I can do to get back to the communities that I helped tear down at one point in time, because I know it's better to give than receive in a lot of cases, but a lot of us want to be takers and not givers. So I'm Mr. Get Back to the Block.
No question. I salute. I'm taking the time out to salute the brothers from VA, man. I'm not from VA, but VA is my second home, man. VA raised me. I was locked up from 19 years old to 36. Y'all learn how to be a man in VA. And I gotta salute to the brothers from Virginia. You up here, man. We came home. A lot of not just us. A lot of brothers came home and hit the ground running. And put in work. And I feel like, I'm working with organizations in different states. I'm out of state now. I'm sure you talk to other people out of state. Ain't nobody got it like VA. And I'm gonna say something this too about on the advocacy side and all that before we go back in. There's not a lot of men in advocacy, but VA got a lot of stand-up guys in advocacy. So salute to the women, salute to everybody, but gotta salute the brothers from VA that came home from behind the trenches. I want to touch on something real quick because you say you came home. A lot of guys feel this way. Give us some talking points. Give us some things we need to know about the evolution of of who Darrell Redmond is? Because obviously you weren't born today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to get here. You know, what was the thought process? What you go through? What do people need to know? You know, the foundation of it all.
What the people need to know is that a lot of times there's a question that's always asked when they hear about my past. And I tell people my past doesn't define me, but my past has helped make me. Mm-hmm. So what I tell them is that I spent some time away. Mm-hmm. And what I tell them is I went to Penn State University because prison actually taught me.
No question.
So I went to the real Penn State, where I was able to have the number one thing that people in society don't have. And I'm out here in society and I still don't have it now, which is time to myself to be able to strategize, plan, plot, and be ready to execute.
Yeah.
So being able to be in there and be able to have that, and ironic, and it's a big shout out to, life. That's what I know. It's a big shout out to life, because part of my evolution and change, it. It came from you. It came from Freddie. It came from y'all seeing y'all in a different light of saying, you can do it. So what it takes that I know is somebody who's in the same type of situation as me, who speaks the language, who walks the walk, who has the talk, and I can see the ability of them changing, which a lot of what y'all did helped me change. Because what happens is a lot of us want that platform. We want to be able to be vocal, but a lot of us just don't know how. And y'all showed the how. So I was properly preparing for the release. And once I properly prepared for the release, I slept for 25 years.
Yeah. You had
so that. Now all I do is cat nap.
Yeah, you had that, and thank you, man. You trying to get me all, I'm talking about, all up here, man, emotional, man. Because I'm thinking about when I talk to certain brothers up here, I still feel us in that room on St. Bride's in front of the table, drinking coffee. I feel us in the visitation room, setting up for events. I can still feel that. I ain't shook that yet. You know what I'm saying? So it give me goosebumps because, and I can tell you, and shout out to Freddie. Freddie about to be back up here full blown. But man, we would sit back and we would look at the brothers and we would not know, but we'd be like, oh yeah, he about to go. You know what I'm saying? And you were one of the ones, man. It takes heart. You know what I'm saying? It takes somebody that can get the respect of the brothers, or the sisters. It takes somebody that's not scared. You know what I'm saying? And you always had that. You were always a leader. And you had a name. A lot of us, we had names in good ways, bad ways, in between ways. You know what I'm saying? But what's key is what you just spoke. We use what we went through, just like you said, in prison. We had time. We can learn. We use our reputation. We use our influence. Whatever we use to make the change, connect with people. I seen you at an event this week, and I want to ask you about. I seen about 5,000 kids out there, and I seen an inflatable bounce house. That joint was as tall as a Sears Tower. That's how I felt. Because that's how the kids looked at it. What was going on out there? What's going on with all the community events? Like, because I'm on the outside, I'm in Georgia. So explain to us outside what Get Back to the Block is doing, because I see you all over the city, port, everywhere.
So what we do and Predicate do is that we know, because our mission, our mission statements is we like to help underprivileged communities. Mm. That's particularly plagued by community violence. And we like to expose them to opportunities. So our slogan is we provide opportunities because hope takes too long. We've been in communities our whole life that we get a false sense of hope. Hope ain't never helped nobody. Hope doesn't create opportunities. Opportunities create hope. So that's what's been missing in our community. So what you seen that day was we collab each year. It was a guy who's been doing it. I just joined them. We do a real huge community Easter egg hunt was over 5,000 eggs, about $3,000-4,000 money in the eggs, competitions, just a day for the community to come out. However, what we do too, we created the community pop-up, where we just go in communities, pull up, pop up in the community, bring some music out here, bring a bounce house out here. We're gonna put some food on the grill because we know that the bounce house and the music get you here. However, when we get you here, we're going to give you a positive message. And we're also going to have reliable resources that can help the community.
You don't tell them at all. You just pull up.
We just pull up in the communities. We just pull up. No. Because what it is we already got a lot of connection with kids.
Right.
So what we do is just get the team together, and we may say, you know what, next week, we just gonna pop up out here. Because what I've learned with community pop-up is that when it comes unexpected, it lets those communities know somebody was thinking about me.
Yeah.
Somebody was thinking enough for me today to just come out here out the blue and just do this. So do we do scheduled events? Yes. But scheduled events have you anticipating. But if a kid running off the bus or coming out the bus or coming out, waking up on a Saturday morning and see 2 bounce houses in their community and a DJ out there and food out there, they bring everybody out and we create a holistic approach. And then we out here, we're going to address the mental health. We're going to bring in yoga. One thing that we know is that the root cause of violence is a lot of underlying trauma that hasn't been addressed. So when we get out here, we have these mental health professionals out here, trauma-induced care people out here. So you come out for a whole lot of fun. However, you leave with a whole lot of resources.
You know what I'm thinking? And I gotta clap that up. That's fire. There's nothing like when I'm thinking of this random thought. You know, Iceberg. Iceberg lived right down the street. VA family probably know Iceberg, who I'm talking about. He hit me up out the blue a couple days ago, and it was just, hey, bro, just want to check on you. And when somebody hits you out the blue and just want to check on you, just say, they don't want nothing, they just put, you know what I'm saying? Brother, put whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel with them kids. It's one thing, like you said, when it's premeditated, we advertise, you know, we come in, but it's another thing when you wake up, we just out here. What's up? Let's kick it. So, hey, community engagement is key, man. I don't know, you know, I'm from the outside looking in, but I'm gonna say this: I don't see nobody engaged in the community right now like you. I know there are. I want to be clear, other brothers, sisters, all that. I'm just saying, from me on the outside, what I see you working, bro. And I'm like, yeah, and this, I want to say this. You said your mission is what again? Say that one more time.
Our mission is to provide opportunities in underprivileged communities. So,
speak on the hope piece one more time, though. I felt like there was some jewel in there right there.
Because what we're predicated on, and our slogan is, we provide opportunity because hope takes too long. Because I grew up in a community my whole life that they was looking for hope. We was waiting on hope. And what I tell people is that if you have a family who's hungry and they hope they get something to eat tomorrow, or they hope they get something to eat today, that doesn't help them. But if you give them something to eat today, they have hope that they'll get something to eat tomorrow. So opportunities create hope. Hope ain't never created an opportunity. And that's just what I believe. Because I've been waiting on hope all my life. Hope has never helped me.
Yeah.
Opportunities help me. So as I say, and it go back to like I was speaking of, when I got to St. Bride, I was given an opportunity. Right?
Yeah.
The elder program gave me an opportunity. That opportunity created hope. Yeah. That hope translate over to now. I know if I provide opportunity, then people have hope. So the opportunity I was provided created a greater sense of hope for my life.
Yeah.
But I was in prison the whole time, waiting on hope to do something for me, and hope ain't never did nothing. Because I was never given an opportunity. I'm still waiting. The opportunity created the hope. The reason why I'm able to do what I do now and what I speak from and the statement that we have is because I knew an opportunity created hope in my life that helped me change my life.
Yeah. I tell people all the time when you don't know what to do, it ain't working out, just start working. Start doing something. Get to moving. You're going to get there. Once you start moving, because what they say faith without works is dead. But like you said, a lot of times in our communities, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to say grandma, great grandma, auntie, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's going to be okay, baby. It's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? And that had, you know, they said that for a good purpose, good reason, but it's 2023 now. We out here in the streets, we out here in the trenches, we out here on the block, you pulling up, you doing something that again I gotta salute you for. I want to ask you this though. A lot of people see the good side. They see they see all the great stuff, right? But it takes work, it takes sacrifice. We don't talk much, but I'm glad we got the type of bond we don't need to. A lot of people don't understand that, but that's a whole other thing. But I know behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Because you've accomplished a lot in 4 years. I've been home 3 years and some change. I'm still adjusting. People tell, now you did. I'm still adjusting. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, you know, I still got this. I got hit by a car, got an accident, whatever it is. During your journey, you know, what are some moments where you look and you was just like, man, like, yo, I'm getting tested right now, but I'm gonna push through. You ain't got to go into the test, but for anybody, I know this.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Okay.
And you know, that's all I can do.
True indeed.
A lot of people see the good. I done had many days where I say, I don't even want to do this no more.
Yeah.
I done had days that I say, I'm giving too much of myself and not giving enough to myself.
We all face that though.
I done had the days that you see me giving all this to the community. However, I got a payment that I needed to pay this car payment, but I paid a partial payment because some kids needed something to eat.
Yeah.
I done had the times where y'all know I deal with, also I do violence intervention. So with every shooting, every murder in the city, whatever happens, I go out. Yesterday, I had to actually see my 3-year-old nephew, ironically, tragic situation happened. They found a gun there. So I see my 3-year-old nephew in the casket yesterday. So when they see this, they don't understand the pain. They don't understand the trauma. They don't understand the arguments that come in relationships, because I run outside at 1 o'clock in the morning because somebody got killed. And my lady like, why you got to keep going out there? Why you got to keep doing this? So it's a whole lot that goes on.
Yeah.
But I say Penn State University helped me and prepared me for all the chaos.
Yeah.
I was at Red Onion with the chaos. I was at Waters Ridge around all that. I've been tested every single way that you can test me.
Indeed.
But I got endurance, I got perseverance, and with me, I stay in my swim lane.
Yeah.
I don't try to get in nobody else's lane.
That's key.
What I do is I know that I can go in communities on the ground and execute. I struggle right now with technology. You know, this was a test right there. People think I got it all together. I don't. Technology, like you just showed me right then. I've been home 4 years, and you just had to show me how to cut on the do not disturb button. Right. I ain't got it together. Hey. But the world will say, oh, he don't know how to do that. That's so simple.
Yeah. And
I hate when people say that, and it gets me upset because what's simple to you isn't simple to me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, trust me. Hey, look, I got a whole. Hey, listen, man. Anybody out there that's watching this, you got to think. Bro was down he was 25.
Right.
I was down for 17. So, hey, don't take for granted things that are easy. I had to learn how to drive. Man, I'm trying to tell you, I got a whole list. So, the reason I asked you that is because I feel like a lot of times, you know, and salute to everybody, man. Again, this is not a negative statement I'm saying, but for those that give back to the block, the advocates, the helpers, the nonprofits, the volunteers, the ones that are answering the phone. We just had a conversation before we hopped up here about the D&D. I said, man, and you were like, man, my phone. And I know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? But we give and give and give, like you said. And I think sometimes people need to hear that. And that's why I wanted to ask you that. I think sometimes when people see you so out front of things, they think you got it up. They think you invincible. They think you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no wants and needs. But really what it is a lot of times it's those that have went through hurt, trauma, whatever it is. Whatever we went through, the ones that been through the most fire, we the ones that want to just make sure everybody else don't go through it. You know what I'm saying? So I always ask people that question because people need to know that, man. They need to know there's two sides of that. Check on the advocates, check on your leaders, check on your community leaders. Mental health is a real thing. There's been a lot of burnout. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's watching this, man, don't take nothing for granted. Check on your people. Burnout is real. You know, and to my advocates too, set your boundaries and make sure self-care is priority, man. For real. Ask me how I know. Ask me. Because I burned out. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to not do I had to learn how to put my phone on D&D because one person's issue, because I'm in a little different lane, right? But one person's issue, they're all important, but their issue happens at 8:37 p.m. and they don't think about the other 17 phone calls, emails, and each one take a half hour for plus life, plus everything else. So salute to you for still grinding, keeping going. I want to ask you this. I seen you up there with Catchmore, I believe. I seen you up there, I think Wallow, you know what I'm saying? I think it was it might have been Reform Justice. I'm not sure whatever the event was, but not necessarily talking about that. I want to talk about partnership, networking, getting with other organizations. Why is it important that we put the ego down and link up with each other and bring these movements and these organizations together? And how beneficial can it be considering what's going on? Because I don't know how it is in Tidewater right now, but in Atlanta, it's bad. We need it all together.
I tell people that a lot of times we go in it and we see it as competition. And it's no big eyes and little U's. But one thing I know is that your network determines your net worth.
Facts.
So if you're not having conversations, you can't get in rooms. Like I've been home now, as you say, almost 4 years. I've been in front of probably anybody you can name. Anybody you name, they on my phone, from the senators to the governor, like whoever. I've been in front of them. And people ask me, how do I get in these rooms? The way that I get in the rooms is I'm authentic. I know I learned one thing that I learned when I was doing yoga. So I do yoga. Yoga is one thing that I would ask anybody to do. It helps me decompress. And they taught me when I do yoga that we as people have to become comfortable being uncomfortable. Meaning that we have to get from around these crowds that we think is going to take us or whatever. When you're in a crowd, and one of my mottos I have, if I'm one of the 3 smartest people in my group, I don't need to be around it. Because I can't grow, I can't elevate. So networking has actually opened up doors that probably, no, I'm not going to say probably, I knew would have never been open.
Yeah.
But what it shows too, with working together, it shows unity. And I talk about it, and one of my things I talk about a lot is community. And a lot of people say, I want a greater sense of community, but I tell them community is a compound word. It's communication and unity. So what you have is some people over here talking, and then you got people over here that's together, but you saying you're a community. If we're not talking together, then we don't have a greater sense of community. So that means we have to network. We have to work together, because what I'm good at, you good at this, it creates an ecosystem, and everybody's working together because we want the same thing. We want a greater sense of public safety. We want to be able to take care of our family, and we want to be able to just enjoy life. So everybody has the same thing. But what I tell people is that we become our own biggest hater because we get in our own way, but then we'll blame it on somebody else. You know, he hating on me. I'm not worried about you hating on me. And I tell him, whether you got $1 million or no money, somebody gonna talk about you. So my thing is, I focus on the mission. The reason why I work so much and I stay in the lane I stay in, because as long as I'm working, first of all, me giving back is more therapy for me than it is for the people that I help. So a lot of times people don't understand. I have a passion for this. Even when I was doing wrong, I was helping people because I help people get the GED. Even when I was in the streets before this, when I was doing the stuff I was doing, I'm paying bills. I'm making sure you don't get kicked out.
The inner core of you was always who you were, bro. We just go through the streets, we go through and we get the mud. You know, trust me.
But I always say, and like you say, I get it credit where the credit due. Because I'm gonna tell you, if I didn't see you, Tony Hers,
salute to Tony too.
You know what I'm saying? Guys like that was in that elder program, and then a guy like Freddie, because you know I was already in the church, so I had the respect for him. But y'all guys fought for me. You know, even when y'all saw it, you still had those people that were like, nah, we ain't gonna let him do it. But so it comes back to me understanding the struggles I went through, So sometimes you just need somebody to be your advocate to get you to your next level.
Yeah, true.
Because
indeed.
if y'all didn't advocate for me, I was shut off the island.
Hey, man.
Y'all seen a potential that they didn't see.
It was so crazy, though. It's funny, and not to go off, but it's funny because that's the biggest problem I have with Department of Corrections. It could be so different if they pinpointed the leaders in that environment, the ones that had influence, because we know it's no secret. You can go to certain guys behind the wall and they can tell 25, hey, bro, we're going to do this. And what they don't ever want to speak to them, man. And I think for that, I'm just going to say, I think they were fearful of the energy you had, man. Because me and Freddie, we were kind of already, we had a little track record. And here go Redmond with the gold, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I think, but once you got the rocking, though, oh, it was over with. And you ain't never let up. And I know for a fact, one of the greatest joys I have, I ain't gonna say nobody's name. But for the ones that was counting Redmond out, because I know some of y'all do watch this show. I told y'all. Anyways, and that's what the most I just love. I say that, man, just because I love to see the ones that certain people count out, because those are the ones that make the greatest impact, man. I'm telling you, bro. 4 years home. When you running for what political office you running for, man? You ain't running for nothing.
This is ironic. You say that, and a lot of people keep saying it, but with me, I know there's more work to do on the ground. And with me, when I get inside anything, I want to know all the ins and outs. I don't want to run because I know I can run and get a popular vote. When I get in a position, I need to understand the position so that I can execute the job properly.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this though, man. For brothers like yourself that's hitting the trenches, that's in the streets, that's you got the influence. You don't need office. You got the people, and we got to get back to that. We got to get back to the grassroots. Our biggest problem is that we give a little too much power to the politicians. We forgot about power to the people. We forgot about having to cook out and saying, "Hey, you want to come talk to my community? I got 500 of the residents out here. You want to talk to them? You better promise us this." You know what I'm saying? So I feel you, because that's one of the things I'm working on. I just want to get with the people, man. I just want to be. I love going to the parks here in Atlanta. I love going to I live in East Atlanta. I love going to Gresham Road, Boulder. Any of my Georgia crew, man. I love when the grills is fired up. Man, Gresham Park, any Gucci, man, anybody might be out there, man. You go to a kickball game. I love being around the people they count out, man, because that's where the most hard at. That's where the most talent, and that's the people that need help. I want to ask you this before we go. Just real quick. What is outside the obvious? Because the obvious is that we know the obvious. We know what the community needs, but what's maybe something we're not thinking about that the community needs? Maybe that is there something you might have heard just one kid or somebody saying, you like, dang, hold on, never thought about that before. But what? Because I like when we think outside the block. We know community. We know we need financial literacy courses. We know we need safer police. We need certain things. But what's maybe something we don't think about, or maybe we don't think about as much that they need out there? Anybody needs.
This is ironic, and because I heard a lot more than people would even think. But a lot of my kids just be excited because they just want to have, honestly, a normal conversation. We looking at, they need to get something to eat, they need to learn this, they need to learn that. Sometimes they just want to sit down with you and have a conversation. Houses are chaotic, or they go inside a house that they're given a phone or a device and tell them go in the room, and there's no conversation. They don't even get to be heard.
Yeah.
So one thing, like, that's why my phone rings so much. Kids call me sometimes, hey, you know what, this and that. And like, I be out there when they get out of school, but just, how was your day? You was okay today? Like, we got a safe passage program that we make sure the kids get on the bus every single day and off the school bus. People don't know how we go out there some mornings, we might got muffins, we might got whatever. You'll see these kids and it lights their day up.
Yeah.
They'll get off the school, but I had this today. You know what? My day was like this today. Because have fun when they go in the house. Don't nobody ask them, how was their day? Nobody cares. And then if they do, they say, how was your day? Good. But with us, I use the thing that I learned at Penn State. Or open-ended conversation, open-ended question, affirmation, reflective listening, summary. Those same tools and tactics that we had. So what I say is, can you tell me the high and low of your day?
Yeah.
So we get them to engage in conversation.
Identify.
Little do you know, it lights them up.
Yeah.
So now they run into you because you had that one conversation and all you had to do, it didn't take nothing else.
Yeah.
It took, just like bro Khalid that said up there, just a listening ear.
Yeah. Just engage, man. Just presence. I think you hit on the head. There's so many kids, man. So many children. And it's not always on purpose. Sometimes it's the mama got to work 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? To keep the roof over the, so it's hard. And I think what's dope is, though, you tapping into the next generation. You tapping into what matters. And I got to continue to praise that. It's good to do work for us older people. I'm 40 or whatever. It's good to help us. I ain't saying we don't need help and older and young, but when you help the kid, it's about them. And I think about the world, how scary it is right now. I think about the tragic school shootings. I think about, I don't even know if these kids are paying attention. Hopefully they're not paying attention to the news. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think about it. So anybody like yourself, man, that's making it a little bit easier. Yeah, that's the work right there.
And one more thing, their mind is so different because I was actually speaking at a high school and I had a 15-year-old talking to him like, listen, we're talking about gun violence, like people dying, whatever. And I had a 15-year-old tell me this, and it made me take a step back and look at things different. He say, when you was growing up, people was fighting.
Yeah.
They don't fight no more.
Nah.
He say, and me, I'd rather be killed than go to prison because I ain't going to no jail. I say, huh? He said, yeah, I ain't going there. So I sat back with him later and I was having a conversation with him because, see, sometimes we get to judging.
Yeah.
We don't ask the question.
Yeah.
So I went back to him a little while later, a couple of days later, still go to the school. So I was speaking to him. I say, why did you make that statement and say you would rather die than go to prison? He say, 5 or 6 of my homeboys are already dead. He said, man, when they died, man, the whole city came out.
Mm-hmm. They don't listen. I talk to, when I'm talking to these youngins, they don't understand the after part. They don't understand there's no reset. They don't understand. They don't understand this isn't Call of Duty. They don't understand that you're 13 and you got a whole life. And that's what's scary. And that's why we need brothers because, man, everybody not getting in. Everybody ain't going. What do you say? You go after, you say death investigation, stuff like that. Because you spoke about the unfortunate tragedy with your neck. But you're there on scene. Everybody don't have the heart to do that.
Facts.
People run away from that. People, when they get on the news and they see something happen, they try to move out that area. They don't want to work over there. They don't want to drive through that. So man, you a rare breed, man. And salute. I know there's other organizations. I heard it. Shout out to the Crime Interrupters in Chicago. I talked to one of the brothers out there recently. They're getting ready to get up here, so that's gonna be fire. I know there's other organizations, but we got to get more into that. We got to police our own community. People hate that word, bro. Like, we got to police our own communities, man. We got to get out there and stand on our blocks and be out there and let the kids play and make sure, we got to do that. We got to get out.
One more thing that we as people have to do. We have to hold those people, like you said, we have to hold those people accountable. See, what I do is educate them and let them know. Those people work, I pay their salary. I'm a taxpayer. So you're going to do what I ask you to do. The police work for me. The city council work for me. City government work for me. They work for me. So if I don't like what you do, I know I got enough power out here to make a difference. So we ready to start a whole thing now, as you say, with the youngins, because it's voting season. So we about to take kids from the ages of 15 to 17 and 18, and we going to get them to go knock on doors and get them the posters of voting, because y'all about to be the next generation that's going to be able to make major changes. Man. And I wasn't educated that way.
Yeah.
So I want to educate them and let them know, if you don't like what's happening now, you listen to them and you get somebody in that position that's going to listen and fight for what you want them to fight for.
Yeah.
Because coming in and making their own decisions, we put them there, and I got the right, like Donald Trump say, you fired. I can fire you because you work for me. Yeah. And that's how I walk in the rooms and I educate my people. Because we get scared of them. However, as you know, like you just said, they putting up CT cameras on license plate readers, on shot spotters. First of all, it stereotypes our neighborhood because you're only putting them in our neighborhood. And second of all, it doesn't reduce crime because all of those are things that happen reactive after a shooting, and it's not proactive.
No. It increases the turbulence in the community. It drives the anxiety to go up, if anything. And if you like down here in community, certain like Clayco down here, when they if you get pulled over, 3 more squad cars coming up. So it's just like it's increasing. When you increase anxiety into an environment, when a child has to grow up and they got blue cameras at night all down the street and they can see that glow from them security cameras from the city, that's no good. There's nothing beneficial in that. I tell people all the time, the projects don't have to be dirty or violent, but it starts with us. You know, we can literally, we can come together in every hood near you, all the big dogs, and say, hey, and come out in the middle of the parking lot and say, hey, we all gonna start picking up trash, or hey, we ain't gonna shoot tonight, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, I'm sitting here talking to you. This is, I would love to see a brother from each one of the 7 cities in Richmond. You know what I'm saying? Get each city, get the vote, get the people together, man. And just because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say it up here. Ain't no way in heck McAuliffe shouldn't have went back up there in the office since we talking about all that. But anyway, we don't get all in there. But it's time to work, man. I feel like we can go another 2 hours. I got a Zoom meeting I got to jump on. And
I already know you got to work. But, you know, anytime you need me, we here. But like you say, that's what happened because one community in the city of Portsmouth, it was the highest crime populated area when I came home. Ironically, it's the neighborhood that I grew up in, and I called all the cat. When I came home, it was the #1 area in the city of Portsmouth with the most crime.
Right.
Got out here, got the training. So I was shout out to all the credible messages of violence interrupters around the state. I'm certified trained in that work. But we took those same tactics inside that community. I got in there, a lot of pop-ups and things like that. We sustained a 16-month period with no shooting in that community. That was the worst community.
Why is this not being talked about more?
Because of the politics.
Yeah, we know. Well, we
know.
With
me, right?
Yeah.
But it's what you say. All I did was went back in that same hood I was from, got a few guys out there and were like, listen, bro, we not having it. Like, no.
Like literally.
But like you say, we have the power to do it. But we don't pay attention to money. Crime creates money. So they act like they're attacking a problem when all the money is over here and they still not servicing you. So that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no question. Look over here. Hey, pay attention to this, y'all. And the whole time, trust me. I want you to shout out everything, man. Let everybody know what's going on. Any events where they can find you, websites, IG, all that stuff, man. Anything we need to know.
Big shout out to everybody. Like I say, thank you, Life for always having me on, man. You know, shout out to the 100 TV. Make sure y'all keep subscribing. But me, Darrell Redmond, my website, givebacktotheblock.com, GIVEBACK, the number 2, D as in dolphin, A as in apple, block.com. Social media, Darrell Redmond, my name, because I tell people my name is my name. I came home and took back my name because I am who I am. We got an upcoming benefit banquet event that we will be doing Sunday. Is our first launch inaugural benefit banquet that we'll be doing to raise funds to take 25 kids from underserved communities to Florida for 4 days in the summer with a trip to Disney World, a trip to the water park. So we want to take our kids and expose our kids to something outside of the norm from people that look like them, talk like them, walk like them, and not from other things. We will be doing a Put the Guns Down, Pick the Mic Up event in June, because June is Gun Violence Reduction Prevention Month. So we're going to allow them to come out and utilize their voice instead of a weapon, because we know music is a form of mental therapy, and a lot of times our voice is more important than any gun, and we can do more with our voice than we can with a gun. Also, we got to stop the violence. Softball game that we do every year. We 2-0 against Hampton and Newport News. You know, I bring my Portsmouth people over there, man. We beat Newport News and Hampton. The death area. You don't know why they keep calling us out, but it's for a great cause. We got that. We'll be doing a track camp with Olympian LaShawn Murray. So we will be doing a 1-week track camp in July. So we just gonna stay grinding. We're gonna stay working. We'll stay in these communities. So when our kids get out for the summer, they're gonna have a whole lot of fun. So we bringing trap and paint like they got for the adults. We're bringing that for the kids. We're bringing anything that adults doing. We're bringing it for the kids to put them in spaces to allow them to be able to enjoy themselves.
That's what it is, man. I'm trying to come up there and do something with y'all, man. I need to start getting.
Let me know. Come on. Yeah, come on. I'm gonna roll the carpet out for you. I'm trying to tell you, man. Let's come on.
I'm on my way.
And one thing I had to say this. Big shout out to my peoples, man. Big shout out to Catch. You know, me and Catch Boy Kids work hard. Big shout out to Bam, man. Future leaders of our decade, man. He's out here with the same program y'all helped create inside there, that gang prevention, intervention, and awareness. Man's made a great transition in his life. Thankful to you too. I need y'all to keep him prayed up, dealing with some tough situations, man. So please keep my brother in y'all prayers. Indeed. Because he's fighting right now, but however, we're going to make it through.
Indeed, man. Yeah, salute. Like you said, Catch, Bam, Khalid, Brother Willie.
Brother Khalid, Paul, everybody. Man, this generation of people who came out of prison in the last 15 years, we the best ever happened in the nation.
Hey.
And I'm willing to bet on it.
If they let us form a committee and let us run the justice system for the United States, and I bet you recidivism, everything go down. I bet you they'll never, never mind. We ain't, they've been
because guess what? Hey, I tell them this in every room. I've been on panels with psychologists, sociologists, and all of them. You know what I tell them? Yeah. I'm the book. Y'all read and get doubted, but I'm the book.
There's nothing like the source. Nothing like the source. And you know what? A lot of people catching on. A lot of people finally getting it. There's nothing like the source. It's unfortunate that we went through what we went through. But man, you like me. You know, I did 17, you 25. You still smiling, building, and growing, man. So salute to you. I got, I'm giving you your roses right back, bro. You working. I need to see. I'm motivated by everybody. I don't want to say that I'm not. But I like when I see somebody doing some next level stuff, like I feel like I'm doing. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta do some more next level stuff. So
right. Let's work. Let's work.
Yeah, in a good way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like keep me motivated, man. I love seeing people be successful and helping people, man, because it could have been a totally different way, but we chose not for it to be, man. So everybody on here, man, make sure you lock in with my brother Darrell Redmond, man. Get back to the block, Portsmouth's very own. Like I said, man, just connect with him. Make sure you email him, link. Even if you're not in VA, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? He might come out there to your city and talk and start working in another city. I don't know what he's gonna do. But
if you call me, I'm coming. I don't care where you at.
Yeah. Matter of fact, if you call me, I'm coming too. If you call both of us, we might come at the same time.
About to know it.
Hey, well, I'm ready to work. I told a lady down here today, she said, you ready for the next? I said, man, I've been ready. I'm waiting on that meeting. I'm ready.
Right.
So, hey, salute to you, bro. We're going to be back in touch. I want to get you back up here for a panel too, man.
Just let me know. Let's put it together.
Yeah, we're going to get these going, man. That's it. Hopefully y'all got some, from our conversation, man. Troy Ketchmer just put up April 16th gala. That's your event, April 16th. Correct?
Yeah, about to know it. We're in the building. Oh, and one more thing, man. Big shout out to all the brothers, man. April is second chance month, but a lot of us was given a second chance. Let's take advantage of the second chance because we got people behind that wall that's fighting for a second chance. So, we're going to take advantage of it. We're going to keep doing what we're doing, keep grinding. At the end of the day, return citizens relevant, man. We're going to keep working. We're going to keep grinding. If y'all want to make any type of donations and contributions to, the thing coming up with the trip to Florida, please feel free. Get with life. Get with me. We're going to make it happen, man. Thank y'all for y'all time.
Let's work. Let's work, man. Yeah, peace, love, and blessings. Thank y'all for spending your time with us. It's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. If you're breathing, you blessed. I don't care what it looks like, man. You still got a chance to give your best. 100 TV is not my platform. It's all our platform, man. It's a voice of all voices and those that can't be heard. All things, man. Incarcerated, mental health, relationship, things that affect us. Shout out to my homegirl yesterday. Your girl MJ came up here with Fluid Conversations. And shout out to Monique Yesenia. Her awards banquet or dinner banquet is the 23rd of this month. I think I keep butchering the date, but anyways, my wife's being
she's getting awarded on the 16th too. She's getting awarded on the 16th. Life coach, my prison life coach.
Everywhere. Shout out to Mo everywhere. That misses everywhere, miss everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody again. Don't underestimate what you're doing. It's a lot more work to be done. We get together, we get some more done. That's it. I'm out. That's it. We ended it right there.